Opening day, Santa Anita, it's the Great Race Place and the Grade 1 LaBrea Stakes. 9-horse field starting at the rail. First star with a morning line of 4-1. She's lightly raced with 3 races, 2 victories, including a second place finish in the Raven Run Stakes. She'll take a lot of beating. Drayden Van Dyke is in the saddle, and Drayden has ridden first star in all 3 of her races. Her best chance to win, possibly sit in that pocket trip at the rail, 3rd or 4th, and then try to slowly engage the leaders as they turn into the stretch. Meanwhile, Delmar May is a 12-1 long shot, and she comes in with a nice form, 2 wins, 2 seconds, and 6 lifetime starts. And her best race is probably her most recent race when she picked up an 86 Brisnet speed figure, picking up a 1-length win at Old Del Mar. That was back at the end of November. Been working steadily for the Grade 1 LaBrea, and Delmar May is a horse you may want to take a long look at in this spot. Meanwhile, Free Cover, another one that ships in from Keeneland, losing the last race by 18 lengths in the Raven Run. Before that, she was 3rd in the Dogwood Stakes to Coffee and Bell's the One. Free Cover, definitely going to be all of 15-1 in this spot. Stirred is another one, 2 for 6 lifetime. Michael McCarthy trains and 20-1 in the morning line. Stirred's best races have been from just off the pace, and if the pace could get a little bit hot, I think Stirred could maybe make a move. I think she likes the 7 furlong distance. It may be just a little bit at the tail end of her distance capabilities, but again, it kind of all depends on the fractions and the pace setup. Meanwhile, the favorite for the race, probably more likely about 7-5, is Bellafina. Bellafina, 6 for 12 lifetimes, $1.3 million in career earnings. She comes off a 4-race losing streak, including 4 Grade 1 races in a row, and she's back here in another Grade 1. She keeps a regular jock in the saddle, Flavian Pratt, and she's kind of mixed it up in her career. She's been on the front end. She can come off the pace. I think her best races have been at 7 furlongs and a mile. A mile and a 16th, mile and an 1/8 is kind of stretching her distance limitations. Bellafina, with the 4 straight losses, is a little bit of a question mark. She will go favored, been working forwardly. I think that speed figure in the Breeders' Cup may be just a tad high, and I'm not so sure she sits that far ahead of this field. She sits at an 87, 88, 92 level, which any one of these, a couple of other horses can probably pop if they can get a perfect trip and get that 88 to 90 speed figure. Bell's the One, picked up the pieces late in the Raven Run. She was 13-1 that day. She'll probably be the second favorite here in the LaBrea. Ships in from Keeneland, and she's a strong horse with 5 wins and 9 lifetime starts. She does have a little bit of backlash. She did run in the Ashland Stakes at Grade 1, ran second to Break Even in the 8 Bells Stakes, and that was when Break Even was really running well. Meanwhile, she kind of faded in the Acorn, but that was a monster performance by Guarana. So you can kind of excuse some of her losses. She's definitely come from behind the horse, and 7 furlongs to a mile is the perfect distance. I think Bell's the One is one of the top contenders in this race. Hard Not to Love, 3 for 4 wins lifetime, another one with a 98 speed figure in her last race, a 94 in her second lifetime race, and that's on the Brisnet scale. 3 out of her 4 lifetime races are in the low 90s. So she's definitely just as fast as Bellafina. She may have a little bit of upside, and she probably will stretch out in 2020. So we'll see where she fits with these top-class horses here at the 7 furlong distance. 6-1 morning line, Mike Smith in the saddle, and I think she'll probably be a little bit lower than that 6-1, possibly co-second favorite with Bell's the One. Motion Emotion is a nice horse who has a lot of big speed, especially going the 2-turn routes. She cuts back. She did lose as a favorite at Los Alamitos, but that was kind of a tricky race that day. She faded late. It was a fast time, and even in that effort, she still picked up an 80 Brisnet, not running her best race. She's another one that's capable of getting in that upper 80s, lower 90s, and Motion is definitely one you want to take a look at, although she has yet to win a graded stakes race. Meanwhile, taking a look at the outsider, Mother, trained by Bob Baffert. 2 wins, 3 seconds, and 8 lifetime starts. Mother kind of knocked heads with some of the top in the division last winter and early spring. Then she took a layoff, hasn't run since May, been working out pretty steadily since October. So we'll see where Mother, if she can come back running at this 7 furlong distance. She did finish second to Bellafina in a couple of races, the Santa Anita and the Delmar Debutante. She also finished 4th to Bellafina in the Las Virgenes Stakes. So Mother has lost repeatedly to Bellafina. and I'm not sure she can turn the tables in this spot. Bellafina is the most obvious choice. I think you want to take a look at Bell's the One and Hard Not to Love. And don't forget about Delmar May, who I think is going to like the distance. She draws inside. And First Star could be another one who benefits from that ground-saving trip if she's able to stay at that rail. We'll see how the track plays opening day at Santa Anita. And remember, hit subscribe as we'll take you all the way through the Kentucky Derby and all the Grade 1 races in 2020.